Hey guys, what's up? So I'm here with another Blu-ray DVD collection update. I've actually got quite a few things. I bought a couple things over the weekend that I wasn't really expecting I wasn't really expecting to buy anything, but I bought a couple things. Some stuff arrived in the mail today, and I've got the horror pack coming that's supposed to arrive tomorrow, so I'll have the unboxing video for that tomorrow. But for now, we got some uh, random stuff that I purchased in the past few days. Starting off on Sunday, I went to FYE just to see what was going on, and I got the first VHS film. I'm a fan of the series. Oh, great, I gotta pick that one up later now. But I'm a fan of the VHS series, even VHS Viral, which I thought was pretty bad, I still kind of enjoyed. Um, I think the second one is probably the best of the series. The first one is very, very solid, which is why I held off on buying the first one for such a long time, because I was waiting for it to be at the right price, and I'd always see it for like $10 at any store. I'd always see it for like $10 at FYE, especially, and I saw they had it on sale for $5, and I figured, why the hell not? I like this film enough. It's been a little while since I've actually watched the first VHS um, movie, but I remember liking it enough to spend $5 on it. I figured, why the hell not? Let me grab the Blu-ray I dropped. Next, we got the original The Ringu from '98. I think this is from 1998. But yeah, this is the original Ring film from Japan. Been a long time since I saw this one. Again, I found it for $5. I figured, why the hell not? I already own the second Ring film, the second Ringu film, as well as the TV movie on a bootleg, which I still haven't watched. But I figured um, I figured, for $5, I figured, why the hell not just do it? And I got Stitches on Blu-ray. For those of you who don't know, I really like this movie. It's very, very fun Irish horror comedy. And it's kind of a revenge zombie slasher kind of film. Um, but it's a pretty violent little movie, and it's got some CG gore in it, but the CG gore actually looks pretty damn good. And it's very funny, and I really, really enjoy it. The short of it is basically it's about a party clown who is accidentally killed at a kid's birthday party, and then this kid avoids having birthday parties ever again, and then when he decides to have another birthday party, the clown comes back from the dead to get revenge on him and his friends for what they did to him all those years ago. And Stitches the Clown is played by Ross Noble, who is a Irish or British. I forget if he's Irish or British, but he's a comedian, and he's a very, very funny guy in this film. And this one has audio commentary from Ross Noble and the director, so this will be interesting. But I didn't know that they put out a Blu-ray of this. I knew that they put out a DVD of this like a few years back, and I remember the DVD was going I remember when it first came out, it was going for like $20, then like 17, and I was like, I'll wait for it to drop a bit, and I found the Blu-ray for 7, so I figured, why the hell not? I got some stuff that I picked up while I was out shopping later that night at Walmart, and I picked up the DVD collection, Berserk, the Golden Age Arc movie collection. For those of you who don't know, I mean, I watch a decent amount of anime. I don't watch too many anime series anymore. I watch it occasionally. I watch like anime series occasionally. Anime movies, on the other hand, I can watch those all the time because I really like to watch movies and I like to watch anime anyway. One of my favorite animated films of all time is Satoshi Kon's Perfect Blue from 1997, which is easily one of the best psychological horror films I've ever seen. But Berserk, the Golden Age Arc, is 3 separate films, and it is basically a adaptation of the Golden Age Arc of the Berserk manga, and it's basically a 3-movie adaptation of the original Berserk series, anime series from the 90s. I've watched the first one. I watched the first one just the other night, and I thought it was pretty interesting. I can't really say whether or not I really liked it that much. It was interesting. It was violent, and I thought the animation was pretty okay. It's done using like a lot of CG 3D animation, so it looks a little iffy at times, and at other times it looks good. But uh, there's a bunch of things on here like, oh, for ages 18 and up, explicit content. And it's a decently gory anime, and I will admit that in the first movie, you see the main character murder a child. And I'm not saying it's like the most graphic child death I've ever seen in a movie, but it was pretty unexpected. Even after I heard that that the anime series, that the original anime series, and the manga is pretty crazy and violent. I'm definitely going to finish watching this series, and they are all on their own discs, which is a nice little thing. I got this for like $14, and I figured $5 a movie wouldn't be bad. And I finally decided to give in and buy a copy of the Green Inferno, Eli Roth's most recent film. I saw this when it came out, and I really liked it then. I haven't watched it since. I will have to rewatch it in order to get a full-on opinion. I remember liking it quite a bit and thinking that there were a couple things in there that are a bit out of place. And I remember thinking that it was a very solid kind of tribute to the cannibal genre. I was going to pick this one up when it came out, but when it came out, the DVD was like $20 and the Blu-ray was like $25, and I didn't want to spend that much on it. I really didn't like it enough to want to spend that much money on it. And I found it for $10, and I figured that's a good enough price for me. Because I don't think it's going to go down anymore. That movie came out a year ago, and it's already at $10 for the DVD, and I think that's a little weird. Because there are a lot of movies that came out years ago that are still sitting at like $15 for the DVD. Next, I got some stuff I got in the mail yesterday. Some shockumentary stuff, all from Massacre Video. I actually don't own anything from Massacre Video, so these are my first movies from Massacre Video. These are my first releases from Massacre Video. I bought Orzuko the Embalmer. For those of you who don't know, I put this on my list of the most disturbing movies ever made, and it's still there, and I will be doing an update of my top 10 most disturbing movies list sometime next month, maybe in early August, because that's when I did my last one. I might do it a bit early, but I still think this is a very interesting little documentary, basically about an embalmer in a very, very Rue Morgue neighborhood of Bogota, Colombia, where death and where people are murdered and people die all the time, and they leave the corpses in the streets and stuff. And basically, this film is about Orzuko as he embalms people basically out of his garage in this very poor country, in this very poor part of Colombia. It is a very disturbing and gross and just in-your-face kind of morbid reality documentary film, and I personally think it's pretty good. It comes with reversible cover art, but I'm not going to show you the reversible cover art for a couple reasons. I'm not going to say why. All I'm going to say is dead people and other things. But it also comes... Can I show this poster? I'm gonna do it anyway, so I'll just show it from a distance. This poster, it comes with a mini poster for the movie, which the mini poster looks okay, but I personally would not hang it anywhere. Next, we got another film from the same director, his most recent film, The Wasteland, which I watched last night, and I've got to say, it's really not anything special. It is really just like an hour and 12-minute long kind of doom metal music video. I will admit the music is really good in this movie, but other than the music and some very, very, very good striking imagery, it is pretty much just an hour and a half long, an hour and like 10-minute long music video. I'm kind of mad I paid $15 just for this, because this is like the Pink Floyd The Wall of documentaries. You don't really know what you're looking at for the most part. You just know that there's dead bodies, or there's something with religion, or drugs, or something going on. No mini poster with this one. It does come with reversible cover art, which kind of has that like simplistic feel. Like, it has a synopsis right here, then the title, and it's just a very nice, you know, and I like it. It looks like, you see the cover art, you see the cover for this film, and you think, oh my god, that's got to be some really interesting documentary. But it's really just, like it even says on the back, a music and film collaboration with Japanese doom metal band Corrupted, and that's really what it is. It's just a hour and 13-minute long music video. Again, I'm not going to say I hated it because I liked the music, and so again, some of the imagery was good. But other than that, I would say skip it. And finally, another film from the same director. I got all of his stuff that they had available from Massacre. And this is Junk Films, the collected short documentaries of, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. Okay, I will try. Turasisaki Kayotaka, I believe. And this is a collection of his short documentary films from the 90s and early 2000s, before he went on to do his feature, Orchico the Embalmer. And this one also has reversible cover art, which has an actual image of somebody's face smashed open. So I just showed that real quick because I didn't want to, you know, show the whole thing, as well as a poster. This poster, I forget if this has anything. No. This is a pretty clean poster. Other than the corpse that these guys are like standing over. But Junk Films poster, which again, interesting. I haven't watched this one yet. I think I might watch this one tonight. I think I might pop this one in. But that is my haul from Massacre Video. And finally, the last three things that came in the mail today. I guess I'll start with the DVDs. I got the Changeling on DVD. There's no Blu-ray of this, which bothers me because I really think that this film deserves a US Blu-ray release. It's a nearly 2-hour-long film, and it is a kind of slow burn haunted house film, but it is a very, very creepy movie. I remember trying to watch this when I was younger, and I really couldn't get into it. And then I watched it as an adult by myself, and I got legitimately creeped out by it. It is a very, very creepy, atmospheric little film. And it's a bit of a mystery film as well. It's a Canadian film. This release is kind of a bare bones release. This is like a release from 2010? You know, this is a 6-year-old release. And it is as bare bones as it gets for releases. Again, it was only $5, but there's no more expensive release that has any more special features, or that's on Blu-ray, or that is anything else. It's just the film and some cast and crew biographies, subtitles, chapter selections, and interactive menus. Those are all of these special features. Next, we have David Cronenberg's Existenz, one of my favorite David Cronenberg films. And I know there are people out there who don't like this movie, and there are a lot of people who compare this one to The Matrix, and I would say that this is a better film than The Matrix overall. It's like The Matrix in the sense that it has to deal with virtual reality, but this one is a far more... God damn it. But this one is far more ambiguously, ending. Like, the ending is very ambiguous, and it is very surreal, and it has more body horror elements and more practical effects than The Matrix does, which I really, really dig. And it's far more violent than The Matrix. There's a decent amount of gore in this film. And this is the most recent DVD release of it. Like, I pre-ordered this. This is from this year. This is a DVD release of a film from the late 90s, early 2000s for this year. It's kind of weird to think that it took this long. It also comes with a digital copy, which I will be selling. So, just gonna put that up there with my digital copy of stuff, my digital copy selling pile. But I really like Existenz as a film. It's very, very solid. very solid kind of body horror film. And it has a pretty short runtime compared to The Matrix, which has a runtime of like 2 hours, I think. And the last, but most certainly not least, is John Carpenter's The Fog on Blu-ray from Screen Factory. I got this while it was on sale in May for like $12, and I ordered this because it was the lowest priced one, and it was one that I wanted to get anyway. And I got this in May for $12, and it just now shipped. It said it would take a few weeks for it to eventually ship. But I really like this. I really like this film. I really like Carpenter's The Fog. It's a very, very creepy little kind of supernatural horror film. It's nothing fantastic, and it's not my favorite film from him, but I still really, really enjoy it. And I'm kind of mad I didn't get a slipcover with this, because I like this new cover art, but I also want these to show off the original poster artwork that is on the reverse side, which I really, really dig that artwork. I really dig the original poster artwork for this film, but I also really like this new artwork. It kills me when they don't give me slipcovers. I know that like the slipcovers are limited. I've heard that's what I've heard about it, but still, I'd like to have a cool slipcover of the new artwork, just so I can have the original artwork underneath, much like with my release of Class of '84 or Army of Darkness. But that is, or the editor that I have right here. But that is it for now. That is the Blu-ray DVD collection update as of now. And that is it. I already said that, but this is really it for now. Tomorrow according to the shipping, according to the tracking numbers, the horror pack, this month's horror pack, should be here tomorrow, so I'll be doing an unboxing of that tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, maybe it might be tomorrow. I work tomorrow night, so I don't know if I'll be able to get that one out. But either way, guys, this is Biscuit Boo Horror Reviews, signing off. Peace.